Hi and welcome to the online Visual Communication Design course, which I'll often call VCD for short because it's quite a mouthful to say that. Look, every time you log on you're going to come to this welcome page, and this is the landing page, and I use this page really as a bit of a communication page just to keep you up to date with relevant information. And most importantly, I'll remind you where we're up to in the course. I think that's one of the key things. So you'll see here, when I recorded this, it was 2014, or it is 2014. So I've got here the key dates and when weeks are due. So just keep, every time you come to this landing page, don't ignore this. You need to see where you're up to. The other thing on this page that you might want to explore at your leisure is what you need to know. So we'll start here, and this will take you to another web page on the site. Really, it's just frequently asked questions. What will you be doing in Unit 3? What ICT skills do you need? What textbook do you need? That's really important that you get the Kay Guthrie book as soon as possible. The design software you'll need, the methods, media, materials you need, and will you get to meet other VisCom students, and how long do you need to spend on VisCom each week? So there's some key questions there, and you can go through those at your leisure. Now the second button on the welcome page is really just contact. It's every time you need to contact me. There I am, with my son Griffin. And my phone number's there, my email's also there. You can also email me from, when you're on other pages, just up here there's an email link. So I've just got a bit of info about me, a bit of my background, so you can read that too. So that's really it for the welcome page. Now just a basic thing on online. Now every time you go to a web page or click a button, you can either click the arrow key, the back arrow key on your browser, or you can just simply go back to use the tabs up the top to navigate your way around. What we might do now is I'll just take you through the key information tab and just talk about some of the things on here. Now this is all sort of administration information on the left here, and I'll keep adding to this as we progress through the course. Information about what you need to know, that will just take you to that link that I showed you before with the frequently asked questions about, the textbook you'll need, etc. Also, who's my teacher? That's the same information that you saw previously. There's also a link to the Unit 3 overview, and this is what we'll get you to do in week 1, is to explore that in a bit more detail. Information about the Guthrie text, we might just click on that. So there's information in the actual title of the book. The textbook is $65. There's also a link which will take you to another website where you can actually purchase the book. So where were we? Key information. And then here is another external link to the VisCom page, the VICA VisCom page. And yep, that's a bit slow, isn't it? The wheel is taking forever. Here we go. So this is the VisCom page. So there's lots of info here. You can get, copies of old exams. You can get, assessment information from here as well. I won't go through it now, but I can, explain it as we progress through the course, things that you might find relevant. The other thing on the right hand side of this key information page is really the handouts and downloads. So each week you'll be instructed to go here to find things, and really what you'll find here is lots of PDF documents. So there's a PDF document of the timetable, a little bit of a guide here for preparing for success in this subject. And then week 1 there's a few PDFs that you'll need to access. There's a template here, a Photoshop template. There's also a JPEG of our Distance Ed logo, because you'll need that for the postcard. So it's that type of information on your key information tab, or your administrivia stuff that you'll need. The other thing that's really important is the student work tab, and again I'll be adding to this throughout the course. So on the right hand side we've got just general student work, student observational drawings, visualization drawings and presentation drawings. And that's how we divide drawings up in this study into those three key types. So if you click on the link, it'll take you to a horizontal scroll of various, works by Distance Ed students. So these are all Distance Ed students from the past. And there's some really great examples here. So I'd advise you to look through those, and it just gives you such a clear indication about different standards. I tend to put really high and high level work up there so that you can get a real sense of sort of where you're at or where you'll need to get a really high ATAR score with your drawings in this study. There's also external links here to Top Designs from 2013 and Top Designs 2014 catalogues, so you can look at those. Now they are actually the top work from the state of Victoria, so that gives you an idea of what the standard is at that top level, really top level. There's also every week there'll be examples of work that was done from the previous year's students. Okay, so that's these two tabs at the top. The next thing you'll see is you've actually got the weekly work tabs. So when it comes to doing your week, you'll go to these tabs, you'll read through the instructions. You'll see that the instructions, laid out very simply with links to information. And then also in red, I've given you a bit of an estimated time limit there so that you can just help with your planning so that you know how long you need to spend on things. The recommendation in this study is spending 4 to 6 hours per week, which is the bare minimum. So if you want to do really, really well in this study and get a high ATAR, you really need to be spending about 8 hours a week. And the other thing I wanted to show you on the weekly tabs, this is how they'll all look. And obviously I'll add and release the weeks as we progress through the course, just so you don't get too confused. There'll be a little video, there isn't one here, just sort of explaining what the week is about and what you need to do. And then when it comes time to, you've done all your work and you're ready to submit, you'll need to actually work through this submission page. So on the submission page, obviously you put your name and your email, and this is a great way for me to check that the email I have for you is current. You'll also get some questions here to answer, and these questions are really related to your understanding of the reading that you've done each week, and they're questions that give you really good practice to answering questions that you might get asked at the end of your exam. So it's just constantly testing your understanding of the key knowledge and the key skills for each week. Usually there'll be an upload button here. So in this case for week 1 you need to upload a PDF of a postcard that you've designed, and so it's just a matter of browsing through and finding that file on your desktop and just attaching it, and then that gets sent to me. The other thing I'd really love you to do is to just spend, a couple of minutes reflecting on the weekly work, reflecting on how you found the work, whether you found it too much, too little, about right. Reflecting on the activity that I've set for you, whether you found it easy and fun or difficult or, so-so. And then finally, if you can do some 1 or 2 really key things that you liked about the week, and then 1 or 2 things that you really didn't like. That just helps me so much because I'm creating this course for you. So the more information you can give me about what you liked or didn't like, then the better I can make the course. And I can kind of adapt and tweak each week as we go. So if I get really good feedback about, things that are working or not working, then I can actually adapt and grow the course to meet your needs as we go, which I think is really great, a great thing about it being online. So I think, look, that's really it. Oh, wait, sorry. One more thing I wanted to talk to you about was these little links up the top in the masthead, which always appear. This one here is to my email, so you can email me at any time. And this one here is to the Facebook group. So the Facebook group I've set up. I'm hoping it's not too slow. Oh, now I've got to put in my password. And so here's the Facebook group. Doesn't look very nice here because I'm using Internet Explorer and it's not that compatible. Anyway, so you can go to the Facebook group and you can write a post. So anything you want to write to the whole class, not just to me, you can write it here. So I think that's about it for the online course. If you have any questions or anything that wasn't clear, please email me or give me a buzz on the phone.